What are you looking at, butthead?
Woo! Purple Rain. Alright, I'm gonna leave this playing in the background. Hopefully it's not too loud. Turn it down a little bit? Okay. I think it should be good. Maybe a little more. Here we have it. Purple Rain by Prince. 1984. Oh, I'm kind of recording this on a whim. I literally just saw this movie in the theater. And it's nuts. This is one of my favorite albums. I've had it for a while. And it's also a movie. So it's kind of hard to distinguish the two because it's a full feature-length film. There's a story and everything. But at the same time, it's pretty much like a concert film because they play all these songs from the album. It's really good. Literally one of the best albums ever created. I love Prince. He's one of the best musicians ever and one of the greatest entertainers. It's kind of undisputable. So this is one of his, ultimate achievements. The height of his popularity. And he said, what the hell, I'm Prince, let's make a movie. And it's pretty much autobiographical. He's like, well, let's make it about me. About how he got his start in Minneapolis and stuff like that. So, I don't even know where to start. I want to talk about so much. So, okay, I just saw the movie at the Alamo Drafthouse. It's one of my favorite places to see movies, and they do these things called quote-alongs and sing-alongs. There's, of course, a sing-along because it's Purple Rain, and you get a bunch of props before the movie, and so they gave us a tambourine, a glow stick, and champagne poppers that you pop and make noise with. And you had to pick your glow stick. They had 3 colors. Purple, of course, for Prince and the Revolution. Yellow for Morris Day and the Time. And then red for Apollonia 6. I'll stand in front of the slide a little bit. So those are your props. They gave us these props when we went into the movie. And you had to use them at specific times throughout the movie. And then I guess I'll just go through the plot a little bit. So the plot is Prince isn't named Prince in the movie, though he's playing himself pretty much. He's just called The Kid. And he has a band, and they play at, it's a real concert venue in Minneapolis where he got to start, called First Avenue. And so he's one of the bands. The Revolution is one of the band. The other one is Morris Day and the Time. That's another real band from Minneapolis. I think Morris Day is actually Prince's cousin. And their popular song is Jungle Love. Oh, my jungle love. That's their song. And then, so they're both kind of competing at this club. They both play, they're trying to each get bigger crowds and stuff like that. And the movie starts with this girl named Apollonia coming into town. And for a while, she was a real singer too, like one of Prince's proteges. And so she's just like a new girl in town from New Orleans, trying to get her start, trying to be a singer and everything like that. And the Kid and Morris Day, they start trying to compete for her affection and everything like that. At the same time, they're competing with each other to stay in the club. The club owner's kind of running out of room for acts there, and so he has to pick between them. He's telling them, you got to compete. Whoever brings in the biggest crowds and everything like that. So there's the competing for Apollonia, trying to stay in the club, with a spot in the club. And then the Kid also has this dynamic with his family. So his father's really abusive to his mom and to him. And there's that going on too. So another whole side story. And that's also, the whole thing's pretty autobiographical, so a lot of it's based on Prince's real life. And I don't want to say the movie's bad because it's one of those movies that's so bad it's good. The acting is horrific. There's not a good lick of acting. They're all musicians. What do you expect? But the movie's awesome. So it's one of those movies that's so bad it's good. And also, it's extremely good because you get to see them play this whole album. You get to see the whole Purple Rain album played live, and you get there's only one Apollonia 6 is the band with her. There's only one of her songs, and there's like 2 Morris Day songs, but Jungle Love is the one they play first, and that one's awesome. I mean, so it's a great movie. You can't not like it. It's so funny, and I thought it was funny. And one of the last things I'll say about the movie itself, I don't think any of the women in the movie wear anything besides lingerie, which is kind of funny. Apollonia wears some normal clothes for a while. But yeah, pretty much every woman that you see is wearing lingerie, which is kind of weird. But yeah, so now this is instantly tied to... This is the first time I've seen the movie. I was at the Alamo, the sing-along. And so I'm never going to forget this. I'm like super hyper because it was so fun. That was literally like the funnest thing that I've ever seen in a theater up until this point. And I've seen some good shows at the Alamo. It was crazy. It was so intense and energetic. And, you know, right away they played a little game at the beginning of the movie to get people into it. And all those props. So I was talking about the props that we had, you know. So you're supposed to, you know, wave your glow sticks and use your tambourine whenever they're playing a song and everything like that, which everybody did. It was really fun, you know, singing along, and the end was great, though. Not because of the story. The story's decent. That's going on. But they said, you know, use your champagne poppers and everything like that for the end, because the ending's going to be, you know, a crazy party, last encore type of song going on. And I didn't really know what to expect because I hadn't seen it. But I guess before we got to that, the champagne poppers, it's always good. I've been to other movies with the champagne poppers, and it's always funny to see who can use it at the funniest scene, kind of. So, of course, you'll get them like in a sex scene or something like that. The first one that somebody did that was really good for this was the first time Apollonia and Prince kind of just met. They take his purple motorcycle over to a lake, and he tells her that she has to meet this initiation, and she's like, "Oh, what is it?" He says, "You gotta purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka," which I always think of Chappelle Show, of course. And he doesn't think she'll do it, but she's like, "Yeah, okay, I'll do it." And she just wearing like a leather outfit, a leather jacket, and leather pants, and of course she doesn't have anything under her leather jacket, so she takes that off. And when she did that, somebody popped the first champagne popper. It was really funny. So that guy won the award for the funniest champagne popper for the beginning of the movie, I guess. They happened throughout. But anyways, to the end of the movie, it was crazy. So the movie ends with 3 incredible songs. They're listed really weird on here. But Purple Rain is a song that's kind of hinted at throughout the movie, because it's written by his band members, Wendy and Lisa, and they don't think he's ever going to want to play it. So they sing Purple Rain and, what was it, I Would Die For You, and then Baby I'm a Star. Those are the last 3 songs. And those first 2 are kind of slower, and Baby I'm a Star is super upbeat and energetic, if you know it at all. And so when these 3 songs started, people were just, the whole theater was going crazy. It's pretty much a sold-out theater, a big theater, and everybody was, you know, shaking their tambourines. It's a sing-along, so they have the words across the screen the whole time, the lyrics. Everybody's singing, and they're just popping their champagne poppers, and then everybody's, you know, they're waving their glow sticks, but then after a while, everybody starts throwing them. So everybody's throwing their glow sticks, and it was pretty cool, because everybody had, like, red, purple, and yellow. Everybody's throwing them up to the front of the theater. That was fun. And then once they got into Baby I'm a Star, was the last one, everybody was going crazy. People were standing up dancing, and I mean, everybody's singing and shaking their tambourines. And some people right in front of me, I saw them earlier, they had a whole box of the champagne poppers, so they're just doing those like crazy. Oh my god, it's so fun. I just got done with it, and I wanted to come. I was like, okay, I gotta record this because that was crazy. So yeah, probably the best movie I've seen in theater ever. It was just so fun. It's so interactive with everybody. And I haven't really even thought about, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. And of course, that's, you know, always going to be tied for me with this experience with the movie. But I already love the album, and you get to see him perform all the songs, so you can't really go wrong with it. You know, of course, the acting's not great, but it's so bad it's funny. You know, it's one of those best worst movies. And I guess I could name some other bad movies that are so bad they're good, like Miami Connection. If you don't know what that is, check it out. It's on Netflix. But I don't know any that are like, I guess, okay, Spinal Tap is kind of like a good spoof of concerts and stuff like that. So This Is Spinal Tap is a good one that I'll mention. Oh god, there was one other scene that made me think of another movie. I'm gonna forget it now. I don't know if it had to do with like Dewey Cox. Dewey Cox is a good one, making fun of like musicians, more rock docs or something like that, music biopics. But I'm not gonna be able to think what that other thing was. So yeah, 4 out of 5. If you live in Kansas City or Austin or somewhere else with an Alamo Drafthouse, I would definitely recommend going to the sing-along for it. That was amazing. But if not, I don't know, get some friends together and watch it. It was great. Yeah, and it's really good. If you like Prince, it's great to watch too. So, super short video. I just made real quick. Check it out. Purple Rain. Alright. Oh, I forgot my sign off. And since I'm listening to it right now, Computer Blue.